So I'm a bit behind on the news, but there's quite a few things happening in the game at the moment and upcoming events, so I wanted to use this video to start going over some of those things. So I may as well start with the thing that has already started, and as most of you already know, Giratina has returned to T5 raid battles, and this time around we're getting both the Origin and the Altered forms. So we started with the Altered form, which we've got for the next couple of days, and then it's going to change over to the Origin form. So that's basically the main stuff from this event. I'll quickly go over the rest of it just to cover the dates. Giratina returns ready to transform. You did your team leaders proud back when you battled Giratina in its altered form. However, there is still many mysteries to unlock about this renegade Pokemon. Giratina has re-emerged from the distortion world to renew and transform. Starting March 28th, which was today, altered form Giratina will return until April 2nd, when it will transform into Origin form to keep testing trainers' strength until April 29th. So like I said, we've got the altered form, which we've already had just for a couple of days, and then when they change over, we're going to have the Origin form for about a month or so. Dates and times: Giratina altered form, Thursday, March 28th from 1 PM to Tuesday, April 2nd to 1 PM. Then Giratina Origin form, Tuesday, April 2nd from 1 PM till Monday, March 29th at 1 PM. Start prepping your teams to take on this Ghost and Dragon type legendary Pokemon originally discovered in the Sinnoh region. Stay safe and happy exploring. So that's pretty much everything from the first bit of news. One thing that they didn't add to that was that the Origin form of Giratina was actually given Shadow Ball, so will now be the best ghost attacker in the game, so poor old Gengar even becomes more useless. So the next thing is the upcoming Lotad event, which actually starts tomorrow, or probably today, the day that you're watching this, hopefully. So we'll quickly go over the details for this one, because it actually looks like it's going to be a pretty good event. Weather-focused limited research featuring Lotad. Professor Willow is looking to conduct limited research on the impact of weather on Pokemon, with the focus on the water and grass type Pokemon Lotad. Spin photo discs at nearby Pokestops to obtain field research tasks that will lead to encounters with this waterweed Pokemon. While you're completing research, keep an eye out for other Pokemon that could be impacted by weather conditions, such as Castform. See details below. So, starting tomorrow, March 30th, from 11 AM till 8 PM. So this one is actually a 9-hour event, which is good for people that didn't get a chance to do the other two research events that we've had just because of the short window of time. Gives people a lot more chance to actually get out there and get their shiny Lotads. So the features of this event are: Pokemon that appear due to weather conditions will appear more frequently during this event. Limited research tasks will be available when you spin photo discs at Pokestops. Completing the limited research task will award you with encounters with Lotad. If you're lucky, you may even encounter shiny Lotad and shiny Castform in its normal form. So that's awesome. They've confirmed that we're getting 2 new shinies, one that isn't even part of the event. It's actually just Castform, so that's awesome. So the last thing for this event is just like the last couple that we've had, we're getting a new move added to the game. This one's for Castform and it's Weather Ball. So it'll be interesting to see if it actually makes Castform useful for PvP, and it'll also be useful to see if this one has some sort of stat buff to it. So remember trainers, as long as you've completed the limited research during the event window, you can complete it at any time. Don't forget that you'll need to venture onward to many Pokestops in order to get a new field research task to encounter as many Lotad as possible. So awesome, 2 new shinies tomorrow, so I'll definitely be out filming for that, so that'll probably be the next video. So now that we've covered that, we can go on to the next thing, which is another upcoming event, and it's actually a bug event. So we'll go over the details for this one. It's time to bug out. Are you a serious bug type trainer? Need to work on your bug catcher medal? You can get your incense and catching nets ready for our first ever bug out event. From April 2nd at 1 PM till March 9th at 1 PM, bug type Pokemon will appear more frequently in the wild. Incense will last twice as long. More Pokemon will appear when using incense. So that's cool. Another upcoming themed event. I've already got most of the shiny bugs, but I would definitely take another couple of Caterpies, so hopefully they're spawning a lot more during this event and I can get another 1 or 2. So field research, limited time bug type Pokemon field research will be available during the event. Time to head outside and see what amazing Pokemon you'll encounter. Let's go. So this one is a fairly simple event. They haven't really announced much for it, so unsure if we're going to get a new shiny or not. They haven't mentioned anything, so I wouldn't assume so, but Niantic has surprised us lately with a few other things, so I guess we'll see what happens, but the increased chance of catching a shiny Caterpie, I'm happy with that. So the next thing that I want to go over is the upcoming Earth Day event. There hasn't been any information released in game yet. So if you're unaware, last year Niantic actually ran a campaign with Playmob, the same people that they're running the campaign with this year, to celebrate Earth Day. So these events are a little bit different from other events in Pokemon Go. They're based on the number of trainers that actually attend the cleanups around the world to unlock the rewards. Just like last year, there is 3 tiers of rewards to unlock for the amount of trainers that attend. I can't actually remember what we unlocked during the event last year, but I'll quickly go over what we'll unlock this year. If 2,000 players attend and clean up, global rewards will be as followed. Ground type Pokemon will appear more frequently in the wild. So this event will also unlock rewards for Ingress players, because like I said, these events are a little bit different from other Pokemon Go events. It's more of a Niantic event rather than just a Pokemon event. So players from both games can attend these cleanups, and that helps unlock the rewards for everybody. If 5,000 players attend and clean up, global rewards will be as followed. Ground type Pokemon will appear more frequently in the wild. You'll have a chance at catching shiny Diglett. So that's awesome. We're going to get another shiny potentially from this event. If 7,000 players attend and clean up, global rewards will be as followed. Ground type Pokemon appearing more frequently, shiny Diglett, 2 times catch Stardust and 2 times catch Candy during the event. So I thought I also remembered reading that we're going to get Groudon back during this as well, so probably shiny Groudon, but it's not on here, so I guess we'll wait and see. But our first grand event, which is awesome, gives us more of a chance to get shiny Sandshrew and shiny Geodude and hopefully shiny Diglett. So the last bit of news to cover is they've actually announced what our next Community Day Pokemon is going to be, and it's Bagon. So like other Community Days, there's no mention of what the exclusive move is yet, but I'm sure we'll find out as the date gets closer. So I'll quickly skim through these details, but we tend to know what to expect from a Community Day these days, I think. Smash through the weekend on April Community Day with Bagon. Mark your calendars for April Community Day, featuring the Dragon-type Pokemon Bagon, during the second Saturday of April. Check out the details below. So again, they're doing the global time thing. Instead of it being based on time zones, it's starting at 3 o'clock and going to 6 o'clock, whatever your time zone is. The features: Bagon will appear more frequently in the wild, lure modules will last 3 hours for the duration of the event, evolve Shelgon during or up to an hour after the event to obtain Salamence that knows a special move. So we're getting 3 times catch XP for this one, which is, I suppose, good if you're not at level 40. We can't wait to see you out there, trainers. Stay safe and happy exploring. So, I think I'm finally up to date on the news, unless Niantic decide to announce another event tomorrow. But for my sake, I hope they don't, and I hope that I'm actually up to date on everything. So we can move on, and the rest of this video will actually be my first Deoxys defense form raid, which I did yesterday. So I also got my dates confused as well. Not only did I think that the Deoxys was a day before it was, I thought Giratina was coming a day before it was, and after the raid I thought that we might be doing a Giratina, and we didn't. So we didn't end up doing a raid then. But an interesting thing that happened later that night is we actually had a raid pop up at the gym that's closest to my house, which is a new gym, and it popped up and it didn't finish until like 11:30 at night, which is probably the latest that I've ever seen a raid. So there were a few people that were actually interested, so we ended up doing the raid, and yeah, it actually paid off because I got myself a 98% Dialga out of it, so not bad for the last one until they come back. So yeah, I'll cut to the raid now and we'll see if I actually got one that was any good. About to start our first Deoxys defense form raid, so we're going to jump in, and yeah, there's 11 of us here, so we should be able to smash this, but I'm expecting it's going to take a bit longer than the attack form, so hopefully we can actually get a good one. So let's start this thing.
Alright, boss is down, and yeah, he is a lot harder than the last one. We actually jumped in with a smaller group because they got split up, and yeah, we struggled a little, but we didn't struggle. The other group was going to struggle, so we had to jump out and let them in with us, and yeah, so we had to start again. We smashed it the second time. So we'll quickly check these IVs. It is 1263, so not very good at all, I don't think. So we'll go with the golden Ras. Try catch it with one hand. I shouldn't have waited. I should have waited. That was a terrible throw. I think I'll be putting the camera down. One. Alright. I'll throw one more. If I don't get it, I'll put the camera down. Ooh, just missed that. Excellent. 1, 2. I'll put the camera down. It's gonna stay. 1 roll, 2, 3. Beautiful. Our first defense form Deoxy is in the bag. That was good. I got to use some berries. So check the IVs. It is Simply Amazes Me, HB, excellent stats. So not the greatest, but that's alright. I'll check them, put it on the screen. But yeah, that is my first defense form Deoxy. But yeah, Giratina is back now, so we might go and do 1 or 2 of them. I don't know. We'll see what's happening. So I'll see you guys soon.
So there we go, the first Deoxy defense form that I've done. It wasn't the greatest. It only ended up being 81%, but I've got another one for next week because they did a raid after the PvP tournament the other night, and it just happened to trigger an EX pass for me. So I've definitely got one next week, so hopefully we'll get a better one then. But other than that, I'm pretty sure I've covered everything that I wanted to in this video. I think I've bored you guys for long enough with me just talking and not much gameplay. So I'll wind it up now, but remember to like, comment and subscribe. Stay safe, happy hunting, and I will see you guys in the next one.